Hi guys, my name is Cassandra, but I go by Cassie or Cass. And the reason that I actually made this channel is because I've been wanting to write a book for a long time now. And I just thought I would talk a little bit about what inspired me to do that. Um, it's actually because of my grandmother, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why that is. My grandmother really liked my writing, and I started writing actually back in middle school, so that was a long time ago. Um, and whenever I first wrote something that she actually was reading or interested in reading, I guess I wrote other things, but I guess I never really showed them to people, or maybe people just didn't take an interest in it. I don't know. I don't really remember, but this is the time I remember her taking an interest in it. I wrote something in high school, and my mom had got called in for a parent-teacher conference. I thought I was in trouble because I was kind of a mischievous student back then. But I actually got called in because I did so well with my writing, and the teacher wanted to tell my mom that she thought I should be a writer. And so she was really proud of me, and she went and told my grandma. My grandma came over to me and she was like, I want you to print this paper out, Cassie, because I want to frame it and put it on my wall. And I thought that was really cool. That was like a super proud moment for me. So I did. I printed it out and she put it on her wall. And I don't think it's still on her wall, but it was on her wall up until probably like 5 years ago. And so that was a very long time. I mean, I got out of high school over 20 years ago. So she was pretty proud of me, I would assume. So that's part of the reason I'm doing this. I promised her back then that I would write a book. We used to joke back then. She says really funny things all the time. She stumbles over her words a lot, and she says the wrong things, and they're hysterical. So she's one of those people that likes to laugh at herself, and then we all giggle with her, because she's very funny. And she says, "Oh, one day you're going to have to write a book about me and all the goofy things I say." And I told her, I will. And I'm starting to get a little older, but also I have health issues that cause me memory problems, and I'm starting to forget some of those things. But I've decided I'm going to put some of those things on my YouTube channel so that I can have a virtual or digital, I guess, memory of those. I can go back and reference them and record them as I remember them so that they're always there. And then I could rewatch them, and other family members can rewatch them. And also in the meantime, I am going to write a book. It's not necessarily going to be a book about her and the things that she says. I'm just going to do maybe some shorts about those things. But I am going to write a book about my life experiences, and it is dedicated to my grandmother because she is the one who has told me for the last 2 decades that she wants me to write a book. And so since I've procrastinated for 2 decades straight, longer than that actually, I am going to go ahead and write a book because it's taken me so long, and because every single time I try to go write a book, I just I don't know what it is. Pen to paper, computer, whatever. I start and then I get writer's block, and months go by and I haven't done anything, and then I just analyze it in my head all over again, and I think, no, that's not how I want to do it, and I start over. And so, like I said, 2 decades have gone by of this, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I'm actually going to just do it kind of like an audio book. So it's going to go in reverse a little bit. I'm going to go on YouTube here in my channel, and I think I'm going to do chapter by chapter, and I'll just speak my book out to people. I know YouTube does a transcript of everything. Eventually, maybe I'll turn that around and actually make a written copy of the book. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And maybe you guys can help me kind of come up with a name because I don't know what to name it. But my book will be dedicated to my grandma. And I thought I'll just tell you a little bit about her. So she's just this sweet little lady. She's 83 years old now, and she is married to my grandpa, Leonard. Her name is Joanne. Technically, her name is actually Mary Joan. her mother miswrote her name on her birth certificate, or somebody miswrote her name. Not really sure who it was. And it was supposed to be Mary Joanne, and she was supposed to go by her middle name. But for whatever reason, that didn't happen. And so she just goes by Joanne, even though it's written wrong. So she likes to tell everybody about that. Yeah, she's 83 years old. My grandpa's 85, and he just had his 85th birthday, actually. They both just celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary, and that is a long time to be together, so that's amazing. You don't see that very often anymore. And they were married, I believe, when he was 18 and she was 16. They really wanted to have a big family, and they definitely did. So mission accomplished. I am one of 21 grandchildren, I believe. That is not counting the people that they married, the kids that they had, so the great-grandchildren. It doesn't count any of those. That's just the original grandchildren. And they had 7 children themselves. So my mom is the oldest. I am also the oldest of the grandchildren. Well, technically, my cousin Stephanie is the oldest, but she kind of came in after the fact, so long story. But yeah, we have a huge family, a huge, beautiful family. We're all very close to each other. The cousins that lived in the immediate area, we all grew up more like sisters and brothers. It was amazing, actually. I loved it. We lived really close to each other, so we could ride our bikes, around the lake to go see each other. And when we played all the time, and one of the things we used to do all the time was go to grandma's house. And there's so many times that I think now, like, I have 4 kids myself, and sometimes just trying to separate my time for all 4 of my kids can be overwhelming, because I think, how do I split my time equally amongst them and give them a fair amount of time? It's hard sometimes. It can be overwhelming. And she never seemed like she had any issue doing that for her kids, for her grandkids, for her great-grandkids, and even extra people that we bring into the family. Over the years, we bring in random people, friends. We bring friends to family get-togethers. We bring people who are less fortunate. We bring just anyone, really, whoever we feel like bringing over. And she just treats them exactly like their family. They just go right in, and she has no problem. She dedicates time. She prays for everybody. It's one of my favorite things about her. You get on the phone with grandma, and anytime you're on the phone with grandma, before you get off the phone, she says, well, let me pray for you. And it's like, it's one of the best things about her. It's one of the most heartfelt things about her, because that, like, she really cares about you. To her, that is the best thing she could do for you, to show that she cares for you. And she's just such a loving person. And so, as I go through all of this, I will have little shorts to update funny things that she says, like, well, I'm not going to spoil it now, because she does say some really off-the-wall things sometimes, and they're hilarious. There's some things that she gets embarrassed about, so maybe I won't put those here. I don't know, but they're pretty funny. But she deserves to be acknowledged. I will say that much. And she's a great lady. She's a very great lady. She has so much love to give to everybody. So this book is dedicated to her. And, check back for more updates. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy my little short clips about my grandma and the funny things she says, or the loving things that she says. Thanks.